Man, my stupid freaking phone. My sister texted me back. And she was like, can I call you in a little bit? And I was like, yeah. And on accident, I opened up the messaging board. Like where you look at the messages. I opened that up. Because my phone is freaking weird. And I can't pause this video. Since I opened up the message board, this video and the first video I was doing ended. God, I freaking hate my phone. This. Okay. God, I hate my phone. That's why half the videos I do is like a 2-parter to a 5-parter because my phone's just so freaking messed up when it comes to how it videos and how it stops and ends. Anyways, so I'm gonna tell you a story. Like I said, it's not a spooky story. I just happen to have the lights off and the candle going. About the time that I went on a ride along for my 21st birthday. So this happened about 6 years ago. I was 20 at the time. It was May 24th. I think it was a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it fall on a Friday. Hang on, I'm gonna look. Let me look this date up real quick, because I know it was like, why is my tablet not turning on? Crap, did it die? I think my tablet died. Anyways, I think it was a Friday. It fell to a Saturday. Or maybe it was Thursday. Then it fell on a Friday. Can't remember exactly. It was either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Anyways, I went in, and I went in on May 24th at the time. So I was still 20 years old. And I went in, and it was my second time getting this officer that I had on my 20th. On the 24th, I went in, and I was like, oh, I wonder who I'm going to get. And I got the office. I had an officer. I'm not going to give his name out just because of privacy and I don't know. Anyways, I had this officer before. I've had him before on a ride along. He's a very nice officer. Super nice. You know, lets me go the whole shift. Oh God, I think it's raining. Anyways, so Streamwood, the town that I live in, the police work a 12-hour shift when it comes to patrol officers. I don't know so much about like detectives, or like administration, or like a chief. I don't know how many hours they work, but like a patrol officer. Did I say patrolman? I hope God I didn't. If I said patrolman, I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that. I'm not that person that says fireman, post mailman. I go like post carrier, firefighter, you know, police officer. I don't say man at the end of a word like that because, anyways, not to get into that complication. Not that it's complicated. Apparently to some people it is, but patrol officer works 12 hours. So they work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And I went in not really knowing how long they would let me go. Typically it's a 4 to 5 hour ride along. But people like me don't mind going the whole shift. And every time I go on a ride along, I always ask if I can go the whole shift. And I always tell the officers if I can't, obviously it's fine because you're the boss. If I can't go the whole shift, I can't go. If it's just 4 hours, it's 4 hours. But if they allow me to go the whole shift, obviously I'm okay with doing the whole shift. Some officers let me, some departments let me, some departments say it's policy, you only can do 4 hours. Oh crap. I almost pressed the stop button. Some departments it's only like 5 hours. Some departments let me go the whole hour. Some departments say, no, you only can go 4 hours. and I come and I ask, like, for example, Moline, when I go up in Moline, they only say like 4 hours. But I'm pretty lucky because I always get the same officer in Moline. I always get him. He's the same guy. have gotten different offices in Moline before, but normally I get the same guy. I think the last 2 times I went, he was not working, so I didn't get him for that reason. That's because he wasn't working. But the office I normally get, he normally lets me go like the 8-hour shift. In Moline, they work 8 hours. But anyways, I always ask the officers if they can go the whole shift, and obviously it's up to them. It's not up to me. Sometimes they let me go. Sometimes it's like, no, I can't technically let you go because they're going to be watching me, and they'll know if I let you go or not. So, anyways, and this officer was super sweet. And like I said, I've had him before. And he let me go the whole 12 hours. He said, if you want to go, you can go the whole 12 hours. So I was like, sweet, yay, yay. You know, I was excited. I was really glad because it was like, this is a double excitement. Because 1, I'm going on my 21st. And 2, he's letting me go the whole night. So it's like, I was super excited. So anyways, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a slow night. I don't think we did much. I said we, like, I actually am a police officer. I'm not a police officer. Obviously, I'm not a police officer. I don't know why I said we. If that falls out, I just can't help it. I don't mean we. You get the point, we. But that doesn't mean that we're a team. I just happen to say we. I don't know I'm not going to try to say that, but, like, just in case we do, you get the point. Anyways. So, it was a slow night. I don't think we had many calls. I think I'm going to say that more now. We had a couple traffic stops, I believe. Had a couple calls. I think they were typical, like, property damage. I think we had, like, a noise complaint. We did, like, a couple vacation watches. Like I said, this was like 5 years ago. So off the bat, I can't remember exactly how busy it was. I know for a fact that it was busy, but it was slow. Like, I know we had 102 calls. I know we did 102 things, like traffic stops and vacation watch house. Like, we went to a house that was on a vacation watch. So I know we did a few things. It's not like we did absolutely nothing, and it's not like absolutely nothing happened that night. It was more on a slower night. But anyways, I remember at 3 o'clock in the morning, no, 11 o'clock, or was it like 11:30? He was like, how about we go get dinner? How about we eat lunch? I was like, okay. So we stopped at the Taco Bell. And it's funny because I told him, you know, we gotta check my order. And he was like, why? And it's like, because Taco Bell always just messes up my order. And he's like, oh, I'm in cop car and I'm not gonna mess it up. And I was like, it's like, I don't want my Taco Bell to be messed up. I would really be mad if my Taco Bell was messed up. Don't mess with my food, Taco Bell. And Taco Bell has a tendency to mess up my order. Anyways, so we went to the Taco Bell in Streamwood, but that one, for some odd reason, was, like, closed. Even though now it's a 24-hour one. The drive-thru, at least. Ooh, excuse me. Phone's ringing. Anyways, for some reason that place was closed. I don't know if at the time it wasn't a 24-hour Taco Bell. I don't know. So then we went to the one technically in Hanover Park. It's like right at the border of Streamwood and Hanover Park. There's a Taco Bell on this side and a KFC on this side, and then there's like a big pond. And this side is the Taco Bell, is Hanover Park. Then the opposite side of the pond, where the KFC is, it's technically Streamwood. So it was like right on the border of Hanover Park / Streamwood. And we went in, we got Taco Bell, and then he had a packed lunch. We went back to the PD. Went in the lunchroom, and I remember exactly sitting there at 12 o'clock, watching the clock, getting happy, thinking, oh, I'm going to be 21, yeah, you know, and I mean, I wasn't that excited. I was exaggerating a little bit, but it was just, you gotta know that, I'm gonna be old enough to drink. I'm gonna be old enough to gamble. Not that I do that stuff a lot, but anyways. It was just an exciting feeling, let alone knowing that right now I'm doing something fun. I'm doing something I enjoy. Compared to, oh, I'm just in bed playing Candy Crush. I'm on the couch watching a movie. I was doing something I enjoyed doing that entertained me, that's very fun for me to do, that I have an interest in, and that's doing a ride along. How many times do you hear that someone's like, oh, how did you celebrate your birthday? Or your 21st? And it's like, oh, I went to the boat and gambled and drank and got drunk. I did go to the boat that I'll explain later, but I can tell people, no, I was on a police ride-along, and when I tell people that, they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, you rode around with the police on your birthday? And it's like, yeah, why not? And they're like, that's just normally something people don't do, and it's like, well, when you have an interest, yeah. But anyways, and obviously, he was like, oh, happy birthday, blah, 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 so he finished up, and we went back out, and the rest of the night was obviously quiet. Again, said I'm pretty confident it was a slow night. I don't think much happened. I know it was like 5 years ago. But, yeah. Oh! He was very nice, by the way. So, that same day, on the 24th, my cousin was graduating from high school, from Streamwood High. So I missed one of my cousin's graduation ceremony, even though I have 9 boy cousins, so I already went to like 8, so missing one single graduation ceremony wasn't like I was missing much, because I already been to a bunch before. But anyways, one of my cousins was graduating from high school. Also that same day, on the 24th, May 24th, my aunt wanted to do a Memorial Day party, because Memorial Day fell on like a Monday. I believe it was like a Monday that day or something. I don't know. Anyways. So my aunt was doing like a Memorial Day / graduation party. And I remember telling my parents about, oh, I'm going to be on a ride-along on May 24th and 25th. And they're like, that's your birthday. And that's that Campy's barbecue. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I want to do that and, be with the police. I've been to plenty of graduation parties. I've been to plenty of Memorial Day parties. So, like I said, it's not like I was missing much. So, anyways, I remember telling the cop about it, and I was like, oh, my aunt has pizza and, soda and drinks and all that. And he was like, would you like me to drop you? I'm not saying this word for word, but, like, he was like, oh, do you want me to drop you off for a little bit so you can get some pizza and get some food in your stomach? And I was like, what? And it's like, oh yeah, drop me off for good, right? You drop me off and then my ride-along's over. And he was like, no, it's like a slow day. I can drop you off and come and pick you up in like 20 minutes. And I was like, what? I was like, you serious? And he was like, yeah. He said, I don't mind doing it. And I was like, well, I said, okay, just as long as you don't abandon me. And he was like, no. He said, I'll like call you, like give me your cell phone number and like I'll call you. So I think at the time my cell phone was like dead, so I gave him like my dad's cell phone number, because like I'm pretty sure something was like messed up with my phone. It was like either dead or not working at the time. And I remember he dropped me off at my aunt's house. I went in, I literally got a bite to eat, something to drink. I talked for a little bit with my cousins. We went in like at Kathy's basement. They were like watching a movie or something, or playing games. They were all down there. Everyone was down there. My sister, my cousins, Tom, Ryan, Brett, Anna, Marietta, Liam, and Colin. We were all down there just hanging out. And some neighbors were there, like some family friends were there. A lot of people were there, like family friends of the family. The whole, everybody I knew was like at that party. So I remember my dad called me and he was like, I think your cop tried to call you. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I got this number and I didn't recognize the voice. And I was like, oh crap. So I ran upstairs and my Uncle Tom was like, Oh, I don't know. There's a cop outside my house. Everyone be quiet. I don't know what we did. What did we do? Who called the cops? I want to know who called the cops. And it's like, dog. I was like, that's my ride along. And he's like, what do you mean ride along? And I was like, I can't explain. I gotta go. Bye. And I slammed the door and I ran. And I thought it was very nice of him to do, because obviously that's something that he didn't have to do. So obviously I get back in and I'm like, thank you. And he's like, oh, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And I offered him to come in. I said, if you want, you can come in. You can get some pizza, get some food. I'm sure there's a bunch of food. I'm not even sure if it was pizza. It might have been fried chicken. It might have been a bunch of stuff like hot dogs and burgers. My family is that type of family where we make a bunch of food for holidays. We make like hamburgers. We make cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, brats. We make this and that. We make a lot of food for the holidays. You should see what we do on Thanksgiving. Girl, can feed a whole army. That's my grandma though. That's my grandma kicking in. My grandma always makes enough food that we can feed a whole army. And I'm not exaggerating on that. I'm literally not exaggerating. Okay, maybe a wee bit. But anyways, I offered that he could come in and make himself at home, but he was like, oh no, I'm good. Got a packed lunch that I'm gonna have later. So anyways, so I come home. He drops me off at home. About 6 o'clock, 6:30ish. Can't remember the exact time he dropped me off. I came home. My parents were like getting up, and I went to bed. I slept for a few hours. And then the day of my 21st, we went to the casino boat. We have a tradition in my family where on the Burke side of the family, if someone turns 21, we go to Grand Victoria Casino in Elgin. We go to the casino boat. We've done it to everyone in my family that's turned 21. So we only have 2 more people to turn 21. We have my cousin Liam and my cousin Marietta. Marietta's pretty close to turning 21 though. I think she has a couple more years. But anyways, it's a tradition we do. We get together. Everyone that's not 21, we get together. We eat burgers and milkshakes. We go to like this burger place that's up there. I'm not a huge fan of the place because I don't particularly really like cheeseburgers or burgers, but it's good enough when you're hungry. Then after we eat, we take a big group picture. After that, everyone that's not 21 goes home and hangs out, with whoever's not 21. And everyone that's 21, we go on a boat and we get drinks and we gamble the rest of the night. And let me tell you something. Beginner's luck, man. Beginner's luck is so freaking true. I am not good at gambling. I'm not horrible at gambling, but compared to like my grandma, and I'm not freaking exaggerating. My grandma can literally put $20 in a slot machine. She can literally put $20 in a machine and win $200 on the first spin. Like, her luck is so amazing. It's like, how the heck does she do that? She's so good at gambling. She's addicted to gambling, though. Like, literally, so put $20 in and spend like $100 on one machine. And then, like, lose out $100. And be like, oh, well, next time. Or, like, so press the button to spin. Like, max bet. And she'll be like, okay, press max bet. Okay, one more time. I'm going to press it one more time. Okay, max bet. Wait, no, that wasn't so good. One more time. Let me press it one more time. Okay, I'm going to press it. This is my last time I'm going to press it. That spin was it good. One more time. And it's like, oh, my God. Get a grip, woman. Like, seriously, like, she's good at gambling. Like, I think the most I've ever saw her win was $500. And she just pulls hundreds and 20s out of her purse. And it's like, you know what? No wonder why Grandpa doesn't come anymore on Fridays. Because Fridays is all you can eat crab legs. And what we do is we take my grandma, and she doesn't like crab legs, so she doesn't eat anymore because of her false teeth. She has problems eating. And we go and we eat crab legs. Me and my dad, my mom, my sister, whoever's around. I'll eat like 8 pounds of crab legs. I'm not exaggerating on that. I can eat a lot of crab legs. When I tell people I can eat 8 pounds, they're like, yeah, White. And they don't believe me until they see me do it. And my friends, my girlfriends, didn't believe that I could eat 8 pounds of crab legs until I took them to this place in Hoffman Estates. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a Chinese buffet. And they have all you can eat crab legs on Fridays. And my friends didn't believe that I could eat 8 pounds. Excuse me. They didn't believe I could eat 8 pounds until I did it in front of their eyes. So, we eat the crab legs, and then we go and gamble for a little bit, even though I don't spend a lot of money when it comes to gambling. But, let me tell you though, on my 21st, we went to the roulette table. The first round, I won 78. Second round, I won 78. And then, I think altogether I walked out with like $300. And half of that is just people. Another tradition we have is anyone who goes, whatever money they win, they give to the birthday person. So in my case, everyone gave their money to me that they won. But it was just a fun birthday. You know, I gotta do something I love. I gotta hang out with family too. So yeah, it was one of my favorite top 5 ride-alongs. Like I said, you know, I go on a lot when I try to categorize them. But Streamwood is obviously a fun town to go with. If you have not been on a ride-along, and if you live in Streamwood, I highly recommend going on a police ride-along. Even if you don't have an interest in law enforcement, just go on one. I mean, it's completely different than what you would think it is. It's so fun. I can't guarantee that you'll see stuff because every single ride-along is different. Sometimes you see stuff, sometimes it's boring, sometimes it's quiet. You never know. I can't promise you anything, but obviously being my hometown, Streamwood is one of my favorite ride-alongs besides Moline. So, I'm just gonna blow out my candle. Okay. And then I'm gonna go. So, talk to y'all later. BB out. Bye.